Oski and Toxiic have been demons in the ATR 2v2s. Let's get into it. We got the players. We got the lobby. Grand final commences. Vitality against Smokez. Game 1 is going to be Zen and ExoTiiK against Oski and Toxiic. So far today, Oski and Toxiic have beaten Roas and TRK. They've also they've beaten Red Mob and Samora. They've beaten Red Mob and Sheila. They've beaten Dr. Nona and Nash. This duo is undefeated. Oski and Toxiic have not lost. But Zen and ExoTiiK have also been pretty good today. They've lost once and won, I believe, 3. Let's see who can get the lead in the grand final. They beat Red Mob Insane. Well, you say that, but Red Mob beat Stizzy and Jorias. They swept Stizzy and Jorias' team. Yes, Panda was the third, but Stizzy and Jorias didn't win either. It's been a bit of a demon in the ATR Cups. And these guys obviously super familiar with each other. They know each other's game pretty well. Toxiic and Oski, more of a defensive 2v2 team than some of the other teams in this tournament, particularly the French teams and the Saudi teams, who are very aggressive. But that works great when you're tied or when you're ahead. Not so good when you're behind. ExoTiiK makes it 2 with a flip reset over their heads. Toxiic had no boost. Oski didn't want to go with what little he did have. And when he did go, it was already too late. Oh, Toxiic gets a double commit out of Vitality. Oski buries it. That was a bit of a misplay by Vitality. Toxiic was clearly going backward here. That was not hitting the bar down in. It wasn't going in. It was clearly backboard, and they double committed anyway. They're probably thinking that that's going to be a chaotic situation that they can definitely get a clear ball from. No doubt surprised when the ball just bounced into the crossbar. That little extra touch by Toxiic did do work. And Toxic's left Oski alone against Zen. Oh, he recovered well though. Relevant to the recovery by Toxiic. Oski fakes high, goes low. ExoTiiK follows him the entire way. Zen takes over at ceiling height. That little bounce off the ceiling pretty much killed any chance of a long-range air dribble. Oski quick into the air with a double tap threat, but equaled by ExoTiiK. If you are wondering, the only duo to have beaten Zen and ExoTiiK today was actually Jiuk and Mozzarella. Very impressive performance by them, although they did fall 3-1 in the series as a whole. ExoTiiK slams in the third goal. Is Zen doing all the work for this one, of course. Gets the ball past not 1, but 2, and it's wide open for Toxiic. Or wide open for ExoTiiK, I should say. The format is Crew Battle 2s. If you're just tuning in late to this one wondering what's going on, every team has 3 players. Right now, M0nkey is in the main menu waiting for Vitality. And we've got Smokez waiting in the main menu for Smokez. And after this game, both teams are going to be subbing out one of their players and bringing in the guy who's currently waiting in the main menu. The reason we made them wait in the main menu is because you can see the opponent's boost. And although I don't think any of these teams would try to communicate information that shouldn't be known, it's the rules in RLCS that coaches and managers and subs can't be in the lobby while the game is happening. So we're following the same rules here. Wow, that was nearly 4-1. Instead, it looks like it's going to be 3-2. Vitality overextend. They were very close to finding the top corner. Missing it cost them a goal at the other end. No, ExoTiiK's not signed to Vitality as sub. He's signed as a starter. ExoTiiK, M0nkey and Zen, the starters for Vitality these days. We've got the full Vitality lineup in the tournament. Oski and Toxiic have been playing a lot of the, well, they played both of the ATR 2v2s together. Now they bring in Smokez, another player they're very familiar with. They're in a bit of trouble here. Oski does well though to carry on the play after it almost got out of control. Minute to go. Toxiic to the ceiling. Again, looking for that pass to Oski off the crossbar. Oski's tight angle shot goes over the bar. ExoTiiK, little back pass to Zen overhead. Zen, reset with a dodge actually. Great pace control by Zen. He still looks like he's got just a different level of control when it comes to changing the ball's trajectory without having to flail at all. You know, watching this guy's POV, it does seem like he's just still at a different level compared to the rest of the world. I don't know if you guys would agree with that. But his mastery of ball control midair is, I think, in a league of its own. Final 30 seconds. Zen just shoots this one from distance. Toxiic saw it coming. Not able to find his teammate with his clear ball touch. That's a nice 50 by ExoTiiK. But it does fall to Toxiic at the back. Oski's running interference ahead of him. Toxiic, ground double attempt. ExoTiiK saves it to the back corner. And Toxiic trying to 50 it back to Oski. Couldn't reach him. It's ExoTiiK with ball control in the closing seconds. This might be the last time we see Oski and Toxiic together as a duo in this tournament. They need to come back and win this in 0 seconds. If there's going to be more of them, no, they're not. They're out. They will both still play one more game at least with Smokez, but they have just lost their first game as a duo in the entire tournament tonight. Up next, Smokez, and it looks like Oski staying in the lobby. Zen joined by M0nkey for game 2. The Smokez, the question mark coming into today for some people. I personally rated him pretty highly in 2s, but I didn't rate him at the Zen, M0nkey Oski level in 2s. I will admit that. I didn't expect Smokez to be this good. To be a major part. He wasn't just, you know, a small part of the Oski Toxiic show that took down Falcons in the semi. Smokez was in the winning game to clinch the series 3-1. Well, let's see what M0nkey can do. Joining up with Zen. Obviously, everybody's been very impressed with what they've done so far in their short stint together in Vitality and for the France international team. If you didn't know any better, you'd think that they played together for a long time when you look at how well they synergize on the pitch. Oh, that's not a good play by Zen. He kind of dropped late at this one, but very well played by Oski, making sure to get enough height on that one to take it away from Zen, but also making it close enough to the crossbar that Zen has to think twice about leaving it. Virgil, thanks for the 7-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel. You know, a lot of people in M0nkey joined up with Zen were worried that the two playstyles would clash, the two former team captains would clash. They would argue about what kind of style this team has to play with. But that hasn't been the case. They look like they've figured out how to play alongside each other to an extremely high level without a lot of time having passed. Now, they have played second place to KC for most of the off-season when it comes to 3v3 events at the club level. But you can never count out a M0nkey team just because they're doing badly at the start of the season. And by doing badly, they're looking number 2 to KC. So, KC at the start of last season were number 1 in EU. They won Flip and Spin. They won the first 3 regionals. End of the season, BDS outperformed them. Season before that, BDS missed the first 2 majors. Third one, they came second. Worlds, they came second. You can't count out a M0nkey team because they're looking rough at the start of the season, and they're not looking rough. They're looking very good. It's just KC are looking better. This is the best start to a, you know, well, it's the best off-season, maybe the best forecasted start to a season M0nkey's had in 3 years. Depends what season you count FIFA E in. Do you count it at the tail end of this one, or are we already into the next one? I kind of think it's more like the next one, because the teams and the players and the combinations are going to be more associated with 2025 RLCS than 24. That was a nice save by Vitality in the last defensive stop, but they are down 2 still. Just over 2 minutes into the game. Zen takes his time initially with the air dribble, now leaves it for M0nkey. His double intercepted early by Smokez. And Oski sends it long. Zen did not secure the back corner boost before grabbing the ball in the back corner. I mean, anybody who's saying that M0nkey's getting carried or M0nkey can't keep up mechanically, you just got to watch high level 2s and you can see that he's not just keeping up, he's still at the very, very top of his game. I've always rated 2v2 ranked pretty highly when it comes to judging players. I think if a player can sit consistently top 10 in 2v2 ranked, then they're probably going to be able to slot into an RLCS level, you know, maybe not world-class team, but at least top tier team in a big region, maybe a world-class team. And M0nkey's always out there. He's been up there for a long, long time now. Oh, Zen. Has he overcooked it? No, he's not. It's perfect to M0nkey. M0nkey demos one, and then just gets around the back of Zen to make the goal a little bit bigger. What do you guys think in chat? What do you guys think watching this? How important is 2v2 ranked for Rocket League pro players? On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most important. How much do you care about it as a viewer when you see your favorite RLCS player is stuck in Grand Champ 2? Are you worried for them? Or are you thinking it doesn't matter? When you see your favorite RLCS player rank 1 and 2s, are you thinking, yep, that's right, they're peaking? Or are you thinking, ah, well, need to see them play 3v3 before I know if that matters? Me, personally, I'm saying 2v2 is like a 9 in terms of importance. I think 2v2 ranked is a massive part to pro player success in 3s. Always has been, and I think it always will be. Now, this is a must-win game here for Oski and Smokez if they're going to keep the pressure on. The Vitality boys, that was great cover by M0nkey. Zen was trying to get the read on that. M0nkey knew it looked awkward. 2s or 1s more important for RLCS. 2s. 1s is a lower tier of importance, but it is useful, as evidenced by pretty much all of the best players in the world being exceptional 1v1 players. Oh, Oski with a chance to make it a late lead for them, and he does it in brilliant fashion. I mean, Vitality are just looking up at him with no idea how to contest this. M0nkey soft clear, goes to Oski, pings it to the backboard, lean back reset double to slot it top bins. 44 seconds left, they're back in front. But what a finish. Counter argument, K-Dop and Fairy Peak remained high in 2s, way past their 3s prime. Yeah, I think just because Fairy and K-Dop and their tenure of Vitality towards the end wasn't working doesn't mean that they wouldn't have been able to find another roster somewhere that would have worked for them. I think the mistake that Fairy and K-Dop made at the tail end of their careers is they didn't pick up 2 mechanical youngsters and play with them. They kept playing with like other OGs or like maybe one other OG and 1 mechanical youngster. I think when you're a K-Dop or Fairy type player, you got to just grab a couple of youngsters and not get carried, but just be the smart player of the 3 of them. Learn from them, you know? Okay, Toxiic get 1. Tie game. It's why I really like what JNaps is doing, isn't he? Who's he teaming with again? I've totally blanked on JNaps' new team. But yeah, I saw JNaps is looking to do that. I've heard some rumors about other older players doing this as well. Aqua and Aris, yeah, that's a smart team for a player like JNaps to team with. But yeah, if Fairy Peak and K-Dop, after 1 split of having a tough time together, had teamed up with, or Fairy Peak when he left Vitality had just grabbed a couple of the up-and-coming French players at the time, I think that would have been a good way for him to keep his career going. But you've also got to consider, like, at some point, even players who are very, very good at Rocket League and could still continue to be pro just decide that they don't want to anymore. And Fairy Peak probably could have continued being pro for a lot longer than he did. But after being Vitality, or after being in Vitality for so long, being a world champion, he probably didn't want to to play at a lower level. than that. His only comeback after Vitality was teaming with K-Dop and Chaussette, wasn't it? He played on Solary with K-Dop on Chaussette for a while. So yeah, if he wanted to keep being pro, I think he would have had to play with like 2 mechanical young guns instead of all of the old dogs from France teaming together again one more time. It's cool to see. They still had some decent results, but let's see how M0nkey M ExoTiiK go against Toxiic Smokez. Smokez and Toxiic starting off with a demo kickoff. Oh, Smokez is harassing M0nkey M. He's landed on it. Toxiic just lands on the ball as M0nkey M tries to clear it. Look at Smokez here. Spotting M0nkey M at the respawn, bumping him into the ball. I mean, M0nkey M technically got a save here, even though he got spawn bumped. But he couldn't control where it was going. He hit it straight back into Toxiic. And look at these underdogs go. Everybody is thinking Falcon's Vitality today. Smokez have other ideas. That wasn't the best 50-50 for them, though. This was a bit of a risky one. Yeah, Toxiic just got a bit lost in the sauce as well. Top Banes from ExoTiiK, though. That's a great shot. Now, Toxiic and Smokez locked in with the kickoff strats. Whoa, what are M0nkey M and Zen doing? Or ExoTiiK, rather. M0nkey M on the back wall. ExoTiiK in the net. They just double commit to this. Nobody challenged. Where was the initial challenge? I mean, that's what, if there's ever a play that you want to show to your teammate to try and get them to challenge more in 2v2, it's right there. Look at the kickoff strats. Nice bumps is ExoTiiK. Is that a little drop of salt I see? A little speck? Perhaps. Look at the kickoff strats from Smokez and Toxiic. Even the diagonal spawn, they're pulling away at the last second. Now the fake kickoff, actually more of a delay, I guess. ExoTiiK does get control of that one. Oh, no way. That's just in! It's 4-1 in 38 seconds. What a challenge. Smokez just completely obliterates them. 4-1. The kickoffs have been a landslide in favor of Smokez. Toxiic and Smokez have got all the tricks. ExoTiiK's out boost here. You can't do anything. You can't do anything against that. It's 5-1. They're just steamrolling them. M0nkey M up on the side while Toxiic just cuts in. Field says, where are you going? And ExoTiiK had no boost. He didn't path over the small pads well enough. But realistically, M0nkey M put up no resistance. That was very bad midfield defense by M0nkey M. He left ExoTiiK on an island. Didn't get a challenge. Didn't force Toxiic to lose control. And now Smokez can make it 6. This is a great first touch. Reset. And it's 6-1 in 1 minute and 1 second. Vitality fans all around the world saying, where is Zen? We need Zen. Give us Zen. M0nkey M and ExoTiiK have got no answer for the relentless counterattacks, the kickoff possession plays, the bumps. But what a game so far for Smokez and Toxiic. I'm so impressed. This is way beyond what even I could have expected. I told you guys start of the day that these guys are the dark horses of the tournament. But I didn't think they were going to be this good. Smokez again scrambling back to keep Vitality even more frustrated. That was a big opportunity for them to score their second goal of the game. But Smokez is so locked in now. You can tell that this is just giving him all the confidence in the world. Whereas earlier in the day when we checked out what these guys were up to, there was a little bit more hesitation. There's none of it now. You know, a lot of people have said in the past that 2v2 is not exciting as a game mode, as an esport, and I just cannot agree with that. I don't get it. I never understood that sentiment. Even people who are fans of 3v3 and 1v1, they say, yeah, those are good, but 2v2, kind of the ugly middle child. I disagree. I think that 2v2 as a competitive game mode is so unexplored. It's like it's like, I don't know, barely scratching the surface of the meta. Nobody ever said that. No, you'd be surprised. A lot of people say this. A lot of it's kind of like a popular opinion from a loud minority. but it's been a surprisingly popular opinion over the years, and I can't get behind it at all. I think 2v2 is a great blend of 1s and 3s. You get the passing plays, you also get a lot more solo plays than you do, and it's such an... I think it's a very raw game mode. A lot of pros play it like it's ranked. They don't play it like a competitive series. Whereas you watch RLCS 3s compared to 3s ranks, it's a totally different game. You watch competitive 2s compared to 2s ranked, a little bit more similar, because pros haven't figured it out yet. They haven't figured out how to win a series of 2v2. But now they're starting to, and you're starting to see all the tricks, all of the different techniques that you can use to completely catch two world-class players off guard. Really, for me, I just like variety. I think that we should have more of 1s, more of 2s to supplement the 3v3 calendar. My ideal world, you'd have a 2v2 RLCS, a 1v1 RLCS, and a 3v3 RLCS all running alongside each other on different weekends in different regions, different days. I think that's the way to make Rocket League esports last as long as possible. Variety is king in what is ultimately a content game. That's what esports is, it's content. It's more content than a sport. And in content you need variety, or it's not going to last. This is just a special game for Toxiic and Smokez. They've done all the hard work and now they're just trying to make it to the finish line without throwing away this advantage they've built for themselves. And yeah, of course, 3v3 has the most history in Rocket League, and it should always, you know, I think, remain as either the main game mode or a equal main game mode in Rocket League esports. But yeah, if 1v1 or 2v2 had all of the LAN opportunities that 3v3's had, if you ran 20 2v2 LANs the past 5 years, I bet you one of them would rival the best 3v3 LAN. If you ran 20 1v1 LANs, similar size to RLCS, I bet you one of them would rival the best 3v3 RLCS LAN. They're all incredibly exciting game modes, and I hope the ATR Cup has shown you guys that. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope you guys are enjoying it. This is the last grand final of the year for ATR Cup Europe. Tomorrow we're back with ATR Cup North America. And if we can get lucky, with any luck, we'll be able to do this again in 2025. Can I elaborate on how players don't understand 2v2 series yet? It's just because 2v2 is the game mode that players play pros play the most ranked in, and it's also the game mode that pros compete the least in. So naturally they don't have too much experience making in-series adjustments. Like in a ranked game, M0nkey and ExoTiiK would have just forfeited at 4-0 here. They would have been down 4-0, probably just forfeited the match. They'd be like, these guys are cringe kickoffs, I'm out of here. In a series, you can't do that. You gotta play on. Gotta figure out how to win. Luckily for them, they've got one more trick up their sleeve, and that's Zen. Zen comes in with ExoTiiK. The last duo alive for Vitality. M0nkey is fully eliminated. M0nkey Zen, eliminated. M0nkey ExoTiiK, eliminated. Zen ExoTiiK, the last duo standing. And they're up against Smokez Oski and Smokez Toxiic. It's Smokez who has remained undefeated, the only player in the lobby who has not lost in this series. The true underdog coming in. But yeah, sorry, I can't ready up. I got the bug where I can't see I'm just literally watching the Rocket League on my screen right now. I would love to ready up and get into the next game, but I can't because there is no UI. All good though. We're going to wait. Oh no! It's not all good at all! Why did I speak? I don't know why that sometimes happens these days, but sometimes you just in spectate, you don't have any buttons. Anyway. All good. Toxiic 2-1 up against Vitality, who might have figured out a soft counter, maybe a hard counter to one of their kickoff strats, as ExoTiiK dunks it almost completely on target. Smokez was drifting off to the back corner there. Might have been an attempted loss towards that direction for Toxiic, but he got crushed. Oh, shot by Toxiic off the mark. Got the boost seal after the fact as well. These guys have been the real deal. Smoke's the only undefeated player in the lobby so far. The biggest surprise package of the tournament. We knew Toxiic and Oski could do this against the best two teams in Europe because of their ATR number 5 win. But Smokez and Toxiic. Look at that glance down by Toxiic just to see where the defender was. Mid-aerial, just chucked the joystick down for a split second. That's a good save by Smokez. Toxiic did double commit, but they're both going to recover well. Zen with a huge demo off the ball. ExoTiiK air dribbling the ball next to the ceiling, gave Toxiic time to recover. Oh no, saving that one. Zen makes it 2-0. That's a great first touch to the backboard. Smokez got chased away to the back post by ExoTiiK, didn't turn in time. If you want to see the NA lineup, I think it's probably been posted on the Wikipedia by now. Not 100% sure. It has, yeah. You can go to the Wikipedia and see the NA lineup. There's a couple additions still to be made. And the qualifier for NA is going to be tonight, starting in 1 hour and 23 minutes. For 4 last teams to join. Yeah, we look like we're headed towards game 5 here. Smokez and Toxiic have not been able to come out of the gate with the tricky kickoff strats that they did last game. Instead, it's been one-way traffic. Zen locked in, leaning forward. ExoTiiK says okay. I'm not sure what he was okaying. Did somebody try and bump him off the ball? Oh, they're mad. Yeah, they're not happy about this. Yeah, they're not happy about the last game. Maybe ExoTiiK thought he got a demo in Toxiic and that's why he said okay, because it wasn't a demo. I'm trying to think about what he could have been referencing there. Zen with a huge save. Smokez and Toxiic getting the kickoff shot, not scoring this time though. Smokez up quickly this time, but Zen in control. ExoTiiK bumping. Toxiic off the play. Zen makes it 5. Well, what a statement game. After they've been blown out last game, Zen subs back in, and it looks like he's here to stay. Should they win this, Zen and ExoTiiK will take to the field in game 5 against Smokez and Oski to decide who wins the entire tournament. M0nkey on the sideline. 0-2 in the grand final. And Toxiic would also have to be watching and waiting as well. Zen ceiling double. Fakes it, looks to the low 50. Thankfully, in 3v3, Zen plays every and not every second game. Yeah, Vitality fans are probably very happy that Zen is allowed to play all the 3v3 games. And that's what this format's all about. It's to show which teams are the most well-rounded, while still allowing teams with a hard carry 2v2 combo to win every single game at the end of a series. Even if you are down 1-2, you can just bring in your best combo and try and win from there. That's what Zen and ExoTiiK are. They're the most familiar duo for Vitality in 2v2. They've been a 2s team since way before Zen was pro. And whenever I have reached out to Zen and asked him if he wants to play 2v2 show matches, 2v2 tournaments, ExoTiiK is usually his choice of teammate. The only time that wasn't the case is when he wasn't teaming with him and he was teaming with the Alpha and Rizzo. Actually, even in that timeline, he still picked ExoTiiK sometimes for show matches. Oh, nice play by ExoTiiK, but Zen with a save, really keeping them at bay a little bit longer. Smokez finds an opening. That was good by ExoTiiK to force Toxiic, and honestly, really impressive by Toxiic to still get a shot on target like that. And Smokez follow up, pouncing on Zen's save. Demo kickoff. Again, doesn't work out. They've tried to be sneaky with the kickoffs. Oh wait, they're in a great position off this one though. That's surely going to be a goal. No, Zen somehow stays with this. I don't know how he managed to save that. He had no boost in a 1v2. And Zen still kept them at bay. Yeah, Smokez just maybe arrived to the scene a little bit too early there. Had to hit the brakes and just wait for the play to come to him. Not ideal when you're supporting a center ball. Zen in field, ExoTiiK doinked it, ceiling height. Zen flying in front of the ball, trying to influence the play. That's a good beat by Toxiic, he's missed it though. And no boost seal for him. Zen swoops in and takes it. Mid-air passing play by ExoTiiK and Zen. Misses. Is it too early to be doing this? Honestly, it might be. You could argue it's too early to be doing this. Toxiic and Smokez scored 6 in 1 minute in game 1. In game 3. There's more than a minute left. Let's see if we can get some kickoff goals for Smokez and Toxiic to punish that. They nearly had one there. They might still. Oh, very close. Very close. That was on track to being on time. That was on track. But looks like they're going to be okay. Zen and ExoTiiK survive. And they open the lead back up to 5 goals. Game 5. Moments away. Zen and ExoTiiK are spamming the quick chat here. This game 5 will decide who gets the $1,000 early Christmas present from Shotcast and Shopify Rebellion, and who gets a lump of coal, aka 0. But I bet this is closer than you guys thought it was going to be. It's definitely closer than I thought it was going to be. I did not think that Vitality would be the ones trailing and needing to come back in game 4. Game 5 will be Zen and ExoTiiK against Oski and Smokez for all the marbles. $1,000 each to the winning team. That does include the players who are going to be on the bench for Game 5, M0nkey and Toxiic. If Smokez is going to win this, it's going to be against perhaps the top duo on paper in the entire tournament. Zen and ExoTiiK stay in. Oski rejoins. And this is it. The first time Vitality have been forced to Game 5. But they got there in pretty spectacular fashion. Will there be kickoff shenanigans from Smokez and Oski? Or will they keep it standard? It's Oski up first against ExoTiiK on the kickoff. Standard for the opening play. That's, I think, going to favor ExoTiiK and Zen. The more standard kickoffs they get, the happier they're going to be. But don't underestimate Oski. This guy is a 1v2 specialist. If he gets control of the ball, then he can absolutely take it past any combo in the world. Even a combo of Zen and ExoTiiK. But I would say momentum is obviously swung back to Vitality. They're probably 70-30 favorites in a one game like this. Zen doubles at middle. Great save by Oski, denying ExoTiiK from point blank range. Now Smokez and Oski in a brief 2v1. It's a 1v1 now between Smokez and Zen. And Smokez scores it. Now, was there interference here by ExoTiiK? He tried to demo Smokez, but he might have hit the ball. Smokez managed to scoot it forward, and yes, it had a blue trail. ExoTiiK own goaled it. He didn't want to get any part of the ball there, but Smokez slid it into his car at the worst possible moment. Zen had no chance. See you later. Thanks to the 9-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel. That's crossbar for Vitality. Great drop down pass by Zen towards ExoTiiK. They're trying to keep the attack going here. ExoTiiK middle to Zen. Had to do a 3-point turn. Try and get back into play. Oski and Smokez briefly panicking there. Now it looks like they have finally established a rotation. Oh, Zen and ExoTiiK haven't. It's 2-0. Zen and ExoTiiK getting in each other's way again. Zen flips onto ExoTiiK's head as ExoTiiK tried to come in for the free ball. I mean, it was essentially a free challenge. And Zen jumped on his head. Now, it really is the responsibility of the player rotating out not to hit his teammate rotating in. So that's a mistake by Zen. No question about it. Both Zen and ExoTiiK making huge mistakes to start off game 5. Now Oski nearly peaked. Smokez tried to pitch the ball middle, didn't go too far. And here comes Zen off the back wall. ExoTiiK dribbling alongside him. Zen goes 1v2 from one end of the pitch to the other. Faked out Oski. Demo Smokez. And ExoTiiK at the front row seat along with the rest of us. Another kickoff win for Vitality as they lose it successfully to the back corner. Smokez with the pressure on the ball from the backside. Now Zen continuing the attack from another awkward position. For him, it's normal. ExoTiiK to Zen. Oski can't get there. It's 2-2. Well, Zen again is just the quicker to recover. Smokez matched him mid-air. But Zen was right there in the play. He found ExoTiiK in the middle, and great pass by ExoTiiK teeing up Zen from close range. Fake kickoff by Smokez and Oski. Has gone well for them. ExoTiiK's out the game. It's just Zen in defense. And Zen is all you need. ExoTiiK scrambles across the box to deny the follow-up shot from Oski. Now here comes ExoTiiK. Still to come online in the grand final. Now here he is, nearly scoring to put them ahead for the first time. Zen dodges the demo. Wave dash in the turn. Air dribble. Reset over Oski. Oski did enough to convince ExoTiiK not to jump though. And here is ExoTiiK now looking for Zen in the middle. It's a great pass. It's not savable. Zen puts it behind the goalkeeper. And yeah, Oski just had no idea where to go here. He's on the back wall, worried about a double tap. Zen just shoots it on target. Smokez too slow to recover. 2 minutes and 16 left. Smokez takes mid boost, has to wait here. He doesn't want to go too quickly before Oski's ready to follow him up. That's good timing in the challenge, but Zen perfectly deflects it middle to ExoTiiK, who's now, oh my goodness, put it right back to him. Where did Zen go with that touch? I'm not sure that was the plan. Almost a disaster for Zen, but he does have the composure to control it. Smokez forced to retreat. This time dusted completely. ExoTiiK makes it 4-2. I don't think Smokez realized he was the last line of defense. He saw Oski going behind him, but Oski went to the back corner boost. Smokez did not have backup. He had to get goal side of that ball, and he did not know. Zen in the back corner. Boost seal for him. Intercepts Smokez, attempt to counter-attack. It's gone right towards ExoTiiK. Oski's got to be quick here. He is. No outplay at one end. Smokez is trying to demo Zen. It fails. At the other end, Oski is trying to outplay ExoTiiK. That fails as well. 4 goal spree for the French. 4 goal spree for Vitality. M0nkey firing up the tweet. Actually, let's be honest, he probably isn't, but it would slap when you don't contribute to the assignment, but you still get an A. Zen and ExoTiiK about to go undefeated in the grand final, 3-0. Just 51 seconds left. That's a good 50-50 by Oski. Smokez in a bit of trouble, but he does brilliantly. Gets it back to Oski, who takes his time. Can't flick it past Zen though. Huge challenge. Now Smokez in the back corner. He's got Oski to the left of him. Tries to solo in front. Air dribble bump pass. In comes Oski. He can't get the ball off ExoTiiK. ExoTiiK has just stuck himself to that one, even though Smokez is trying to bump him. And now ExoTiiK could pretty much win the game with a good 50. That should do it. Zen and ExoTiiK in full control. They had to come back from 2 down in the grand final. Game 5. But it looks like they're just moments away from securing $1,000 each and getting M0nkey that little bit closer to $1 million. Oh, have I spoken too soon? What a play! Where did that come from? Smokez just went for it. He thought, well, if I don't bump Zen, we're not winning this. I've got to just go for it. And Oski put it on target. Great comms. What a call by Smokez to go for the bump. 7 seconds to go. Plenty time in 2v2. The ball is up in the air. Oski going to lob it forward towards Smokez, who's getting beaten to the plate. ExoTiiK grounds it, and he drops a no in the quick chat. I think ExoTiiK might still be a little bit salty about all the kickoff strats, but they will be rewarded for their efforts. GG's, Zen and ExoTiiK carry M0nkey in the grand final to $1,000 each. But M0nkey did his part. They overall, as a squad, were the most winningest team. 12 game wins, only 4 game losses throughout the entire tournament. By far the best win record Although Smokez and Oski Smokez, Oski, Toxiic coming into the grand final had the exact same win record as them. So these were two clearly the best teams. And I'm still very impressed by Smokez, Toxiic, and Oski in this format. To beat Falcons, to go this close with Vitality is extremely impressive.